don't even know how to start this. I saw this quote like last week before I made like a pretty major personal decision in my life. It was on Reels, which I really didn't think had game like that. And it was saying how make sure you know who you are and your values and your voice. Because if you don't, the world will tell you. Because that personal matter, yeah. Because you're me and I'm you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I knew instinctively what I wanted to do, but I let other people talk me out of it. And I didn't like that. I was like, no, that's not Yummy. That's not Star. That's not me. Because I feel like I'm a certain type of person that wouldn't do that. And like, I've been like struggling a lot with my identity this entire sophomore year of college so far. We'll see how the rest goes. I hope it's going better in the future. Which will lead into like what else I wanted to talk about. Like, I want this video to be a declaration of who I am now and what I hope to become, not goal-wise. Not MIT, engineering, robotics, astronaut, all that stuff. That's what I want now. And I know the world isn't gonna go exactly how I planned it. Hopefully it's somewhere successful where the future version of me is still happy, but I know I want to be a kind person. I know I want my love to not be conditional. I also saw that in a reel today. It was saying like how like she loves not because she expects you to love her back, but because that's just who she is. She's kind not because she expects you to be kind back. That's just who she is. She's caring not because she expects you to care back. It's just who she is, and I really want to be that person, but I don't want to do it at the sake and expense of myself. I know I want to be someone people can come to and be comforted by, strangers and close friends alike. I don't want anybody to feel shame being around me. I don't want anyone to feel in a system of feeling above or below or anything like that around me. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm enforcing arbitrary systems that really don't matter in the grand scheme of being human and living in existence and things like that. I really do want people to feel comfort. I don't want people to think that I'm putting romantic relationships above all, because society does that a lot, and it's really tickling my pickle in the worst possible way. It's getting my nerves and it's peeving me out the freak. Like, I really want my platonic relationships to be as valued and cultivated. I really want a community, whether it be interpersonal or on social media or have a public large following. Like, I want a community. I want people who can relate to each other, but like, I don't see myself as like the head of the community. I see myself as the person who brings together a community, because I've had friend groups that like they connected and then I left, but they stayed together, and I became that interlinking chain to help them find people who they definitely needed each other at that time. Like, I really don't want to be the precipice of the communities where they come to me for everything and I am the everything. I want to be a person who connects people so they can find their community and love within each other and talking to each other and being there for each other. And that doesn't just have to be whether Star is a part of it or still connected to it or not. I really want to leave a positive impact on the world. I really want to be an advocate, to not someone who stays silent about her opinions, but I also don't want to be someone who rambles without knowledge. I don't want to constantly have an academic ego and feel like I'm proving myself and that everything I say has to be on point all the time to be validated. I really just want to spread knowledge, but not be a faux pretentious person without knowledge, but not someone who's discredited because they or I have assumed that I don't have the knowledge of what I'm talking about. How all of this is going to work as one interdimensional being isn't going to work, because I'm not one-dimensional. I'm multidimensional, and I really need to accept that fact. And I also need to realize that for other people. And I don't want to see people as bad or good. I want to see people making bad or good choices, because people can change. And a bad person can make a good choice, and a good person can make a bad choice. I really don't want to paint blank narratives, black or white. I really want to dive deep into the fact that the world is all gray and whatnot. What else? I also believe I'm going to make it in life. I know the things that I have planned for myself, for those I love, for those who I have yet to love, for those I love dearly now, and those I know that are coming, that I'm going to love them. I want to make the world a better place, and I know that I will do that. Yeah. Like, I was listening to another reel. I feel like when I say real, people are assuming like the very much brain rot of this current era, because it is 4 in the morning on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. People assume that like reels is all of that. I really do make an effort to make my reels knowledgeable and like educating me, because I feel a lot of guilt with how much time I spend on Instagram, even though it's designed to be that way. So I at least want to gain some value. So I like hearing people who have that drive talking about that drive, because then it rubs off on me. And also like politics and science and that, and it makes me like sound like, when I say it, I feel like I sound like I'm better than other people. Then who would watch something that say dung dung surhu? No, I don't mean it in that way. I mean it, I know how much time I'm spending on that app and how addictive these things are. I would like to be cultivated and get me thinking, because those videos have inspired me to do this. And like, what's it called, I critically think about what I consume, hopefully, and I like take what sits and disregard what doesn't, and question what doesn't make sense. And that's how I see reels, and I like a lot of other social media platforms, as rather than one big all be all answer to everything, or absolute load of buffoonery that we shouldn't pay attention to or care. This is a lot of rambling, but I really do want to emphasize the point that I star in Ponta right now at the age of 19, about 33 days away from turning 20. I believe in you. You're gonna make it. I know you're gonna make it. You're gonna have a positive impact on those around you. But I'm scared that when you make it, I'm scared that the corruption of being around people who have as much influence as you want and will be moving to be able to like positively impact the world. I really want you to remember all the things you wanted for yourself, and you wanted to do for those around you and that you love, and you're going to come to love, and the people who exist right now on earth that you want to positively impact, those who have yet to exist, those who exist no more, and you'd like to honor their like existence and that it was ever here. Like, my unwavering belief in changing the world scares me in the fact that I know that people who change the world can also change themselves for the worst. Like, power corrupts, and to change the world the way I want to, I will need a lot of power. I really don't want to be all the bad people we see in the media, all the bad people we associate of people in those positions of power, because like, as I'm trying to get there through my actions now and through those steps, it's not out of greed. The whole point of this is for others, and if I lose track of that, if this was never about greed, how along the way did I find the greed? Because it's not my own greed. What programming has instilled that greed in me, and how is it impacting what's happening now and the choices I'm making and how I'm moving as my future self? Like, I really hope this is a grounding video that brings me back to my college dorm at JSU, the tiny little Fitzpatrick that I got lucky enough to not have to share with another person, that I considered mediocre when I first got here, but as I've been here, I'm very honored to be able to receive higher education. Like, yes, constantly acknowledging my privilege. Please never forget to do that. Please always acknowledge your privilege. Please always do that, because we already started off pretty ahead of the game for the rest of the world, period. That's it. That's just the fact about the situation. And I really think that I sound articulate, and that my hair looks good, and that I seemed wise at the time, and I only got wiser. I really hope that's what I'm giving off now. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but to be authentically loved, you have to be authentically yourself. Please don't pretend to be someone else. I'm talking like I know you. You would know you better than I know you. I know what I want you to be, but that's not how these things work out. So you know you, the reality of you. Just remember, to be authentically loved, you have to be authentically you. Anything else you put out, people will love that, and that's not the real you. So they're not loving you. So to be loved, you have to be you. Okay.